What's up, you guys? It's Iron Vigil Gaming here, giving you guys another video. So, today we're going to be playing 40k Dawn of War 1. So, if you guys don't know, Warhammer is a fantasy world. There's two different Warhammers. Now, there's Warhammer 40k, which is set in the future, and we'll go back to that and explain kind of more in depth. And then there's just Warhammer. That's probably the one that people are more familiar with. If you guys are a fan of the Total War games, then they made two games on Warhammer Fantasy. Well, there hasn't been a game from Total War for Warhammer 40k. Now, Sega did create this game. There are 3 different ones, and of course this is the first one. Now, with Warhammer 40k, we're just gonna give you guys a quick little look. It is basically, you are in the 41st millennium, and there's a bunch of books for it and all that. So there is a order on, Earth that has been created by an emperor who kind of made his army. He made the leaders of each of his legions, as he calls them, the Primarchs. So this is a Space Marine. This is the main force of the Emperor's army. Now, these are only a couple of the armies. So you have the Blood Angels, Blood Ravens, and all of these. Now, the Imperial Fists, if you guys have read the books, the Horus Heresy, these are probably known to you. This is Primarch Dorn's army, and they each have a backstory, and it's a really interesting thing. Now, part way through the books, the Chaos Marines come in. Now, there's this big fight between good and evil in this story. Now, the Imperium of Man don't really think there is a god, and the Chaos Marines kind of come from the warp, and they kind of infect these Marines, turning them bad, turning legions against legions. So, there's the Death Guard, Emperor's Children, like all of these people that have kind of changed sides and become these monstrosities. So there's that. Now there's a couple other races. There's the Eldar, which are kind of like the precursors, so like the forerunners of the Halo universe for Warhammer. And then the Orcs, which, they're Orcs. I think they have the most kind of units. But there are multiple DLCs for this game. I believe there's 3. They're all separate. But we're going to be playing just a normal map. Just like a 2v2. And we'll do that. And we'll play as the Space Marines, and we'll have the computer play as the Orcs. So there's that, and I believe that's it. Do we want to be the Blood Angels? We'll be the Space Wolves, and we'll have them be the Big Choppas. And start the game. Now, this is a lot like Halo Wars. If you guys have ever played Halo Wars or Halo Wars 2, you'll kind of get the same feeling from it. But it's got its own little twist. If you don't really play the tutorial, which I just kind of jumped in this game, then it's kind of hard to figure out what's going on. So we start with a little servitor, and the servitors have access to building generators. Now these generators kind of build up this. This is our power resource, and then the requisition. Now requisitions allow us to train more servitors or scouts. Let's look at our objective really quick. So take and hold or annihilate. Okay. So we're going to be training ourselves some scouts, and we'll show you another feature. Now, one of the ways to get requisition resources is by taking strategic points. So the only people that can take these are the scout marines and, you know, any other infantry unit. And I mean, it's pretty interesting. So you could build strongholds, which is cool. I mean, you're kind of restricted, but once you build a build on a strategic point, you kind of gain more area. So once this is finished building, we're going to throw a listening post on it, which gives it more defense, also increases our requisition gained from it. So there's that, and we're going to train another servitor, increase that. Also, something that's cool is we can add units while they're on the run, so, you know, I don't have to have them anywhere else. So we have 2 scouts right now, and now there's 3. So basically it just trains them up for us. Now we do have a population limit that can be increased, so our squad cap right now is 3. Our vehicle 0, we're not able to even have a vehicle right now.
Yes, Lord.
Which it does take a bit to build up to that point anyway, so.
Initializing build protocol.
We're gonna be building a chapel barracks. Do that right here.
Initializing build protocol.
See, when I play these games, I like to keep it somewhat organized. I don't like a big mess. Kind of angers me. So we're gonna go over here, take this strategic point, and this is middle ground right here. Down this lake. And then this is where the orcs will be. There'll be somewhere over here. Okay, so they're taking that. Construction for that is complete. And we'll... Okay, we gotta wait for requisition points.
Initializing build protocol. Yes, most beneficent one.
Okay, so they're taking this point. Got our listening post here. Our chapel. So the chapel barracks is where you basically train all your units. So you have your Space Marine squad, Assault Marine squad, Terminator, and Assault Terminator. You can also do a Force Commander and upgrade your units here. So Force Commanders can be attached to units. So say if I wanted a Force Commander here, I would train him and just attach him here, and he would give a morale boost to my units.
I await your
Since this is now, send a servitor down there.
With all due haste.
Scouts awaiting orders.
Send them over there now.
Infiltrating enemy territory.
Yes, Lord.
Now an armory would be useful now. We'll put that right there.
With all due haste.
So it's a lot like Halo Wars, except for you don't have to really build on building pads. It's an interesting RTS. I've had a lot of fun playing it, and it's pretty cheap right now. I think on Steam it's going for $9 for the Game of the Year edition. So that's all the DLCs for $9, and it runs pretty good on computers. I mean, even as crappy. I mean, mine's not crappy. It's just not high performance like other ones. So, I mean, it runs great on mine with pretty much everything's at highest.
Position secure.
Initializing build protocol. Yes,
Now, I know I don't make videos often. That's something I'd like to talk about here. I do want to change that. I am kind of working to make it so I do my videos more often and kind of keep to a schedule. Of course, with work, sometimes that's not always going to work out, but I try my best. So now I'm going to try to increase the amount of, videos I post, when I post, and try to keep to a schedule. And I'm going to try to keep it up too, like, switch it up, my bad. I don't want to be stuck playing the same game. That's not fun for really anybody, and I just don't want to, have to do that. So we'll do our upgrade. Oh, this is also another cool thing. You can upgrade the weapons that they're using. So right now they're all using normal bolters. And I have two options. I can give them a flamer or a sniper rifle. So if I do a sniper, it's going to start training one of them to use a sniper. And we'll let that do that really quick. Servitor did his job.
Here to serve.
Build another listening post.
With all
Go
due
here.
haste.
Scouts in position.
Upgrade listening post. Is there anything else I can do at this current moment except for wait? Can't really do many upgrades.
Yes, most beneficent one. Yes, Lord.
Oh, what I can do is as soon as he puts that listening post on, I can place a turret here.
Position secure.
Alright. So I want a turret there.
With all due haste. Yes, most beneficent one.
There.
Build routine 721.
So let's go back
initiated.
to the sniper.
Yes, my
So
lord.
now one of my troops has a sniper. I can now pick another weapon for my units to do. So I'm going to pick a plasma gun. So one of them is going to be heavy weapons specialized. It's going to 90%. And now he has a plasma gun, which is pretty cool. They each have their special abilities. So these are all the different commands. Their abilities usually at the bottom right here.
Here to serve.
And we're going to... So each area also, like each listening post has the ability to upgrade your requisition points. You can fortify it, which is always a good choice, especially if you're trying to defend a strategic choke point like this. Like if they want to come across here, they're going to have to fight me for it. Which they might not even want to. So we're going to go over here.
Orders.
And we're going to start building our army up. So we're going to want a force commander and a assault space marine squad, and then we'll do assault marine squad and build up our rec points as we go. Alright, so
Yes,
waiting
most beneficent
slowly.
one.
Okay, so our rec went up. Waiting for our troops to train. So here's our force commander.
Walk softly and carry a big gun.
Now he can attach and detach. We can't change his weapon or anything of the sort. Here he is. He has, I guess, a little Warhammer here and a bolter. And like I said, so if I press that button and I decided, hey, I want him on my scouts, then I can put him on there.
Marine squad deployed.
Confirmed.
Taking heavy fire.
Now here are our enemies, the orcs. We made short work of them. They're not really going to be able to do much considering I have this choke point. But let's see, we have our first marine squad, and they have multiple things that we can do. So we can upgrade a missile launcher, we can do heavy bolters, flamers, and we can also add a leader.
Marine squad deployed.
So we're going to do all the available upgrades that we possibly can for our units right now and make them more effective at this moment.
Orders received, brother.
While also trying to increase our squad cap and all that good stuff.
Marine squad deployed. Heresy grows.
So he is probably carrying the heavy bolter right now, or whatever we upgraded. So there's the missile launcher and the heavy bolter, I guess.
What is your order?
And we're going to move them up to the forefront.
Orders received. We stand
Move
ready.
them up to the forefront.
Cleanse, purge, kill. Yes, my lord. Taking heavy fire. Orders received, brother. Awaiting orders.
We're going to upgrade our 2 turrets here. So we have 2 units there, another Space Marine going that way.
Fear denies faith.
What upgrades can we do? So we can do that upgrade. We of course want as much as we can do right away, just so we can hit them hard. Now what can a servitor do for me right now? Alright, so we're going to take this servitor, take it back, and we'll show off the sacred artifact, as well as, I believe there's one over here. Where did he go? He's right here.
Yes, Lord.
He will show off the machine cult, as soon as I get the rec points for it, which we're almost there. The machine cult is obviously where you, get your requisitions for your building, your tanks, stuff like that. So that's really what we're looking for right now. Now we are, however, going to be taking some of our units down here and make a
What is your order?
for some of these critical locations.
We stand ready. Objective acquired.
Now I think we're going to go for the victory from taking the relics. Now it's not as fun, it's kind of the boring way, I guess you could say, of how to do it, but
Scouts ready. Getting into position.
At your command.
shit happens. Now do we have... Okay, so our sacred artifact is almost done. Now this is where we can train our apothecary, we can upgrade our commander, we can train a librarian, and a machine cult is almost done. We're not going to really do anything with the sacred artifact.
Yes, my lord.
And we're just going to have them attack these guys while we capture the points. Now I don't know if I can use a servitor or not to do anything here, so we'll take one
I await your
and kind of
instructions.
put him here, I guess.
Yes, Lord.
The area is secure.
Oh, I can, so I can throw a listening post on it.
I will do as you ask.
Fear denies faith. Onward to glory. Heresy grows from idleness. Defending objective
has begun.
We stand ready.
Alright, so our machine cult is done. Now, what the machine cult gives us right off the bat is we can take and make rhinos, which is our pelican from Halo Wars. The land speeder, which is Ghost, pretty much. Dreadnoughts, which are the Cyclops, I guess. Whirlwinds, which I believe this would be more like the Wolverines. And then the Predators, So we're gonna upgrade to a fortress monastery so we can make some of the more heavy-duty tanks and stuff. And I think we're still waiting for our servitor to build right here. Alright.
Yes, Lord?
So if you guys think that this is, you know,
Until
an
taken
interesting
full
game,
victory.
might be something you want to read into, it's got excellent lore
Yes,
behind it.
most beneficent
I
one?
highly recommend it to anybody who is somewhat of a nerd and thinks that this might be something that would pique their interest, because it definitely has for me really the type of stuff that I read. Oh, they never captured this.
At your command,
That's special of me.
ever vigilant.
Alright, so we're gonna go over here, and it's almost done. It's about halfway. Take a quick drink of my monster.
Five minutes until take and hold victory.
Almost done. But yeah, if this is a game you guys want to see a little bit more of, I'm definitely going to be watching the view count and onto it, and that'll determine whether or not I do another video on this, you know, type of game. So we're able to, you know, build our units now. I just built a Land Raider. We're going to see how that looks out. I don't think I've ever built one of those before. To be honest, I haven't really played too much of this game. I've played a decent amount, but just not enough to actually count.
4 minutes until take and hold victory.
Consolidating position on the objective.
Since most of my units died in that assault,
Taking heads. Fear denies faith. Yes, my lord. Faith is our shield.
we're going to let our men kind of battle it out. Hopefully we can go without losing a full unit.
What's your order? At your command. Awaiting orders. We stand ready. At your command.
3 minutes
are the
until
Emperor's
take and
chosen.
hold victory.
Alright, is our tank built yet? It is almost done.
Heresy
So we have
grows
3 minutes
relentless.
before the game is over. And, you know, I think I've shown off a great deal about this game. And I hope you guys really enjoyed how this is going. Oh, almost there. I really wish that this was a bit faster.
The enemy is attacking. Mission accomplished.
Okay, so this is our heavy tank. It's pretty heavy duty. And in comparison, let's not that. Let's build a land speeder in comparison. Now, as this can say, if you look in the little description of the tank,
2 minutes
it says this is the
until
only
take and hold
transport that can
victory.
carry Terminator units, which are right here. They are very heavy units that kind of move really slow. And so, in comparison, this is the land speeder. This is our tank. And the models for these things look pretty cool. They're a bit blocky, a bit ugly, but if you think about it, it's a war machine. It's not supposed to look beautiful. So we're going to go this way and just send our tank right in,
An easy objective. Approaching
along
target.
with our Marines.
We are the Emperor's chosen. Objective acquired. Taking damage.
Scouts awaiting orders.
1
Scouts
minute
advance.
until taking hold
I
victory.
do have some Marines over here.
Fear denies faith. Understood.
Let's just keep our Marines running.
Faith. Faith is our shield. Heresy grows from idleness.
30 seconds until taking hold victory.
And there's our tank, you know, doing its job. So we'll take care of these units that are kind of smacking our men.
Awaiting orders.
But yeah, the game is pretty much over. We win in about 4 seconds, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this match. I hope you guys, you know, enjoyed looking around, seeing maybe a game that you guys might want to play or look at, you know, either one. But if you guys want to see more of this, I'm more than happy to oblige. I could do a separate video on each of the DLCs, or I could do the campaign. Now, the campaign's pretty interesting as well. But other than that, I hope you have a wonderful night, a happy Easter, and I will see you guys later.